join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a roll call, please.
Holland?
Yes.
Linius?
Yes.
Vaughn?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Dallenbach?
Yes.
Grover?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Okay, and I need an approval for the agenda. Did we send a different one out, or? Corrected?
Yes, the agenda was updated from Friday. This afternoon, we had an updated agenda. There was a couple items on there that were duplicates of things that we had already taken care of, so we took those off. And so we'd ask you to update or approve the amended agenda.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion from Grover, seconded by Brown. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. And is this when we do our public comments? Okay. We have several people appointed here for public comment. The first one is Deborah Hanna. Just introduce yourself and your address, please.
Deborah Hanna, 214 2nd Avenue, Northeast.
Thank you.
I have two things. First thing is the sidewalks along 2nd Avenue, my post office. Our sidewalks are in good shape. There's 3 of us residents there. We don't need new sidewalks. And there's places in town, you went back several years ago and marked sidewalks. Said, now you people gotta put these new sidewalks in, or if you don't by a certain date, we're gonna hire somebody, they're gonna come do it, and we're gonna charge you on your taxes. Well, maybe that happened for some people, but it didn't. Up to today, some of them sidewalks have never been done. So that's the ones you need to go after. Or the ones that don't have sidewalks at all. In front of your place, it's very dangerous to walk there on the side of your place. There's no sidewalk. You're in the street, let's put a sidewalk there. I have a perfectly good sidewalk, leave mine alone. Put somewhere where they're needed. And I hope you guys can understand that. Any questions about it? Is there a need for it?
We can comment now. I mean, I'm not going to go into a lot of comment or into a lot of detail, Deb, but I happen to agree with you. So, and we'll be, you know, obviously we'll have more discussion about it, but I do happen to agree with you.
Denny Vaughn brings up some good points, and when I sit home and watch it on TV, he really gets shot down in here. So the first thing is my sidewalks. The second thing is the swimming pool. We need a new swimming pool. I don't know how many of you guys use it, but I use that pool every day. We need a new one. We don't need a $6 to $8 million pool. Here's an article in the Waterloo paper that Norris Springs is going to build an aquatic pool for $3.5 million. That's what you need to check into, something that's a lot cheaper. I don't know what percentage of people use that pool, but it's probably pretty low.
We're not the $6 million, are we, for the pool?
That's what I've been hearing on here, 6 to 8, somewhere in that price range. Then you want to buy a high school to put it there. Denny Vaughn says, after the pool is closed, tear that pool out of there, put a new pool in, use the same shower house. That would work, it'd be a lot cheaper, it'd be ready for the following year. This council spends way too much taxpayers' money by sitting here saying yes, yes, yes. And we need to quit spending. Us retired people can't afford things like the sidewalks, other people can't afford it either, and we don't need that expensive of a pool. Another thing you vote on is the flowers around town. I don't know if they've ever been voted on yet or not either. But if I want flowers in front of my house, I've got to pay for them, I've got to water them. That's several $1,000s. You sit here and vote every year. Let's put the flowers up. Let's pay the city helpers overtime on Saturday and Sundays even to water them. I've seen them out there water them in the rain. We need to quit spending.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the thing is Sue Ann.
I'm Sue Ann Raymond, the deacon at St. James Episcopal Church, 202 Second Avenue Northeast. I've given all of you a letter that I have written. Do you want me to read that?
Everybody's got a copy of it in front of them? Okay. I think everybody has it.
Okay, and I have an enlarged picture, if the small one isn't good enough for you, to show you what a mess it is in front of the post office and the church. It has been a problem for years. We had a North Cedar Valley group come and do a concert, and I had to go down to Heartaches to get the signs that they have for wet cement or floor, and I put those at both ends, and I was almost up to the entrance into the church, those steps. The water was so bad at that time. So I have papers to prove that at one time the city council asked permission to put in a drainage there, and I don't know if that pipe that broke that is the result of this was put in, but according to the people that were at the church before me, it was not done, and that may have saved all the grief that's been going on. And you can see here how much from that today, not having the grass put back, there was a drainage problem, and it's still there. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Marilyn Basquin, am I pronouncing that right?
Basquin,
Okay.
Marilyn Basquin. I also am with St. James Episcopal Church, a senior warden. And I will extrapolate on, like I say, Deb says the sidewalks are fine, but we do have, and there has been this problem on the sidewalk between the church and the post office. With all the runoff, snow melts, and then there's a big puddle of water there. If it freezes, then we have a big block of ice. It's a hazard for people that are walking there. You either have to go out in the street to bypass that, or take your chances of falling on the ice. I guess I've talked to street department. We've tried to figure out how it can be done. They've given us some ideas, but they said, no, you can't cut the curb, you can't put a hole in it to allow drainage. It will not drain to the corner drain. If we put in a drain, we'd have to go across government property. So if we're gonna put in a sidewalk, I just wanna make sure that you look at this and see if we can solve the problem. It is really a hazard anytime it rains or we get a large snow melt. So along with that, there's gotta be a solution. It's just not a safe situation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Kathy Straw.
Kathy Straw, 210 Second Avenue Northeast, Independence. And my comments are about the proposed sidewalk project. Also, I have submitted a letter that each of you have, and I'll just quickly go through that. We're concerned about that going in. Our objections are based on these 4 points. First one is we've been homeowners in the city of Independence for 42 years. If anything on our property is hazardous or in need of repair, we don't have a problem fixing that, but our sidewalk is not in need of repair. And what I'm alluding to is what I'm calling the red brick sidewalk, like you put downtown in front of the businesses. First Street is the first impression that visitors have as they come through Independence. Second Avenue, where we are on this 200 block, is more removed from visitor traffic. If the image of our town is what we want to improve and have impress people than maybe some of the housing, the properties that are along First Street that are not in good repair. The yards are in disarray, whatever. Maybe those property owners need to be, made to clean those up and improve those and bring it up to a higher standard. The 200 block of Second Avenue Northeast